Hey angels, welcome back to TouchedByTyHairCo. And here you know it doesn't matter how you feel, God is still and always worthy to be praised. Amen. So I used the opportunity yesterday to record myself doing my makeup, partly because I wanted you guys to see my updated glam. This is not the best video, right? But I just recorded myself. I was on my way out the house, and then I wanted to use this time to kind of catch you guys up, because I really haven't done that. So I'm gonna be talking about a couple of things during the course of this video. So this is just me doing my brows. This is how I do my brows. So yeah, get into that. Anyway, as far as catching up with me, so y'all heard me say before, I'm moving back to Texas, right? It's kind of crazy, but yeah, your girl is moving back. The reason why I am moving back is because my son asked me to. I moved home, unfortunately, due to the circumstance. It was very unfortunate. My situation just wasn't panning out when I was staying in San Antonio for the first time. And I decided to come back home for my mental health, to do what was best for me, to kind of get myself together. And over the 2 years that I have been here, back in the DMV area, God has really done a work at me. I'm super grateful that I listened to my spirit and I made the choice to come back home for the reset. The reason why I'm moving back to San Antonio is because my baby boy, he is going to high school this upcoming school year, and he has asked me to move back. And so this time the move is different. You know, I'm not in the space that I was in the very first time. And then my circumstances have definitely changed. And I'm still raising my youngest son. I want to do what's best for him. If you've been following me here on this channel for a while, then you know that my oldest son went into the Navy. So I still have my youngest son to get through high school. So I want to be there to support him and give him everything that he needs to be successful. Now, into this look, I've already completed my eyebrows. As you can see, I've cleaned them up on the bottom. Today, I won't be cleaning them up on the top. I'm going in with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Beige to use as my shadow base. I'm going to set that shadow base and my brows in place using the RK by Kiss Transparent Setting Powder. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here. So, I'll be going back and forth, you know, catching you guys up, and as well as what I'm doing in the video. So that's what I'm doing in the video. Now, y'all, I'm not going to lie, right? Moving can be, I'm not saying that it's scary, right? It's not scary for me to move. I'm actually used to moving. Being in the Navy, we moved quite a bit. But I didn't want to relocate my son. So, excuse me. So when I made the decision to move back home, that was what was best for me. However, it wasn't what was best for my son. And as hard as it was, y'all, I knew I had to leave my baby behind. Now, you may say, girl, I wouldn't have never left my son. I wouldn't have did this. I wouldn't have did that. I didn't leave my son because I wasn't able to take care of him, right? I left my son because his father was just coming back into his life after being gone since he was born. Okay? And so I did not want, even though his father didn't do me right, he's done nothing but been a great father, even in his absence, right, to our children. And I mean that plural, both boys. So I didn't want to, as much as I didn't want to leave my son, I didn't want to make our situation worse by taking my son from him. And I knew that the DMV area would not have been the best for my son. I didn't want to take him out of a situation where he was thriving, he was doing well, making friends, coming into himself because of what I wanted. Sometimes as parents, we have to do what's best for our children. All the time as parents, we have to do what's best for our children. Now, do we do that? No. Because sometimes what's best for our children isn't always what's best for us. I'm going to just keep it real. So it takes a certain level of maturity, no matter what your co-parent does to you. Sometimes you got to put that to the back burner for the benefit of your child. And for the benefit of my son, it was best for him to be with his dad. Hindsight is 2020, because now we fast forward 2 years, and my son has been with his dad for the past 2 years, and my son is thriving in such a way. He's such a little man. I'm happy that I made that decision. I'm happy that I followed my spirit. My spirit told me that I had to leave my son, and I really went through something because I didn't want to leave Zamir. And at that point, when all of this was going down, I was hurt deeply. My emotions were really, really broken. And so I had to learn how to not make an emotional decision. And I say that to say, don't ever make decisions based off your emotions, because emotions change. Always use facts, rhyme, and reason. Growing into womanhood further, this year I'll be 40 years old, okay? I will be 40 in July. I have learned so much about myself. And taking that time for me to become better mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, I think that's the best thing that I could have not just done for me, but for my children. And in this weird kind of way, right, God has placed upon my heart, now we go back. Now we go back, and you're better, and you do what you need to do for your son. So I'm saying this because y'all know I have been an open book on this channel. And my angels, y'all have been rocking with me, right? So I want to be transparent about everything. The next couple of months, I'm going to be just doing vlogs on all things Ty. And I'm going to be doing it here and on my Talks with Ty channel. Because it's important that y'all, God is good. And as hard as it is at times to do the right thing, to follow what your spirit is telling you, it's very important that you do so. It's very important no matter what it looks like. And I know, y'all know I say that all the time. No matter how you feel, listen, follow, do what's right, do what's right. And you do what's right not for other people, you do it for you. I could have been vengeful. I could have taken my son 2 years ago because I wanted him with me, because he had been with me, knowing the spirit had revealed to me that it was best for him to stay with his dad. Took him anyway. I don't know what that picture would have looked like. DC, DMV, DC area, this is crazy up here. These kids off the chain, and I'm going to be honest with you. Anybody looking to move to this area, this is not an area where you raise a family. This may be an area where you come when you single, you live in, and I'm actually going to do a video on that for people that's looking to move to this area. I'm a born and raised Washingtonian. Like my whole adolescent life, I left here around 23 years old. And ironically, I came back at 38. So yeah, I've been here. And coming back and like being here the past 2 years, even though this place is beautiful and it's amazing, it's not a place where I would want my 13-year-old son to be. I'm just keep it funky. He's doing exceptionally well in Texas. And I'm just happy that I was obedient to the spirit and leaving him there. Now, we're going to jump back into this makeup look. What you guys saw me do, I used the Warrior 2 palette on my brows. On my eyelids, on my shadow look. The lashes came from Shein. I get most of my lashes from Shein. For my primer, off camera, I went in and I moisturized my face with some Hydro Boost moisturizer from Neutrogena. To prime my face, because my pores are enlarged, I like to use the e.l.f. Putty Poreless Primer. And so that's what I used. I blended that into my face with a damp blending brush. Now I'm going in to set my base for my makeup look. I am using the Nika K Full Coverage Foundation. Y'all already know how I feel about that. It's 3 years later and I'm still using it, okay? Because it's summer, I've tanned a little bit. So to even out my skin tone, I go in with the shade 06, which is Butterscotch. I use my Morphe, I think that's the E66 blending brush. And then to push all of that, make sure that it's blended out evenly, I go in with my Real Techniques Damp Beauty Blender, and this is what that base looks like. Makeup tip, right? You want to match your client's neck, all right? You want everything to blend into the neck. So if the face is lighter or, you know, darker, you always want to make sure that when you finish, you have an even face with the neck. Everything looks uniform. So that's another reason, even though my face is a little bit lighter than the 6, I go in. I'm going to use concealer, setting powder, all those things to brighten up my face. So it's going to eventually even out. So that's just a makeup point to ponder. For my liquid highlight and liquid concealer, I'm going in with the Mika K Full Coverage Concealers in the shades 03. And for my contour, I'm using 12. So that's where we are with the makeup. So getting back into the convo. Yeah, I'm happy I didn't bring my son here. I have been very blessed to get a job working for DCPS. Excuse me, get a job working for DCPS. And working in the school system, I'm telling you, you really do see things from a different perspective. Y'all excuse my voice. So I've really been blessed to kind of see the inside. And yeah, no, I'm happy that I follow my spirit. I know most of the time when God is telling you to do something or he puts something on your heart, your situation doesn't pan out to look like it's what you should be doing. But that's what faith is about. Faith is about believing in what you can't see. All right. So just have a little bit of faith. All it takes is the faith of a mustard seed to step out. Now, catch y'all up on me these past 2 years. When I came back here, I didn't know what I was going to do. Right. My spirit led me back this way. I started cosmetology school over. I went and I attended Paul Mitchell and Tyson's Corner. Amazing school. Okay. It's an amazing cosmetology school. And so I was just able to dive. I just chose to dive back into the brand TouchedByTyHairCo, and this part of me that means a lot, right? I love doing hair. I love making women feel beautiful. And I was able, as hard as that was, because I didn't want to do that, my spirit told me to. And on that journey, right, because it took me a year to complete school, during that time I met some amazing people, and I was also able to really hone in on my skills to make me a better all-around cosmetologist and stylist. So hindsight, again, is 2020. I'm really happy that I did do another year of school. My skill set is a lot stronger, and I'm kind of happy with where I am in doing makeup. You know, I started my makeup journey back in when I was at Aveda, and so I've grown so much in this journey, and I love doing glams. Like, I love it, right? So I'm happy about that. So I'm happy with the progress that I made. Little did I know I had to work on me. You know, you may think that you are where you need to be, but God has a work to do with all of us. I really just had to work on me. And y'all, I'm still a work in progress. Please don't get it twisted. I am not perfect. Okay? God is still working on me, baby. It's still a work to be done. But I'm better than I was before, and I'm able to handle situations differently. I'm super excited about what God has in front of me, even though my anxiety is on a 10. And when I say my anxiety is on a 10, let me tell y'all why. I'm currently sitting in my home in the DMV, right? In DC. I live in DC, not Maryland. I live in DC. And I'm making plans to transition, and nothing is working out for me. Like, you know, funds that I thought would be released to me have not been released to me. It's holding me up from progressing forward. Like, y'all, I'm really going through it right now. Like, when I tell y'all I'm really going through it, but I refuse to be discouraged, right? Because I've been here before, and God will provide. Like I told y'all, I'm going to continue to bring you vlogs. I just wanted to use this as an opportunity to kind of get you caught up on where I am. And you know why I left? I was very clear about why I left. I left because my husband had a child outside of our marriage. And so that was enough for me to leave. I'm a woman that deals with a lot. And, you know, instead of chastising him and going back and forth, like, sometimes you just got to walk away. Throw in the towel. We try to hold on to things that God himself is telling us to leave. You know what I'm saying? And for whatever reason, at that point in my marriage, it was time for us to be apart. So my spirit led me back home in a crazy kind of way. So that's how I ended up back here. That's how my son ended up staying with his dad. I realized that was the best decision for him at that time. So that's what we did. And I've been home the past 2 years. A lot has happened in the past 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I've reconnected with people. I was able to share things with them in their life for a season. As we all know, seasons change. And my life is changing yet again. You know, I was able to be here for some people that I love during some really hard times. And I was able to spend time with a lot of my loved ones. I was able to assist my family in some things that they needed. And so now I think it's just time for me this is a part of whatever God has for me, you know, to move back. The crazy part is, y'all, when I left San Antonio, through all the pain and confusion and hurt at the time when I left, my spirit told me, you're going to come back here, you know, and I'm going to tell you how my spirit told me. Let me tell you, this is why I just want you guys to know. It's very important to listen to your spirit. When I moved out of my shop, it was very unexpectedly. For those of you who didn't know, I had a shop in San Antonio. I had a suite. And when I moved out, I owed the leasing office a month of rent. My landlord was supposed to meet me at the unit, and they never came, right? They understood. We had said, okay, we're going to meet here at 8 o'clock. Y'all, it's 8 o'clock. I had got to the unit. I had moved everything out. 8, 9, 10. It took us about 2 hours to move everything out. So the people that I was with was like, Takir, them landlords ain't coming. Like, you can either mail it to these people or don't worry about it. Like, you got to go. Man, my spirit was like, you going to pay this rent because you don't know if you're going to end up back here. And I'm like, God, what you mean? I'm about to move back to D.C. And my spirit like, no, pay the rent. Y'all, as we're getting in the truck, we're pulling off. I see my landlord. When I tell y'all, I hopped out that truck, she was like, oh my God, Ty, thanks for waiting. I thought you would be gone. I was going to have to call you. I'm like, man, my spirit would not let me leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, my spirit just wouldn't let me leave. I don't know. I was trying to wait on you. I paid her. She was like, listen, if you ever come back, I would love to have you back here. Y'all, when I went to go visit, right? I just went to go visit my son a couple weeks ago. When I went to go visit, I stopped past there because I just wanted to see what was going on with the space. You know, this is located in a flea market, but there are a lot of businesses, a lot of profitable businesses inside of this particular flea market. And I did very well there. You know, it was my starting place and it was cool for me. It worked. And I went back and there's some new people there, but the overall owner of the suites or the flea market, the spaces, he was there and he saw me and he like, oh my God, are you coming back? And I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm transitioning back. Let me tell y'all something. When I say God will restore, he will restore, okay? He will restore. And then I got an opportunity with a woman that's in San Antonio whom she had became my mentor. I don't know if she knew she became my mentor, but she became my hair mentor, and I have an opportunity with her. So when doors close, be not afraid. You know what I'm saying? Step out on faith and be obedient. Y'all, I have the opportunity to either go back into the flea market in a bigger space, you know, at an affordable rate, or I can go and work with my mentor. So God really is just letting me know, because I ain't gonna lie, y'all, my flesh is like, am I tripping? You sure? But when I went down there, I'm sorry, when I went down there and just how things are just moving. And so now I'm here and things are looking crazy, and I'm like, it's normal to have doubt. right? It's normal to have doubt, but continuing to move on faith is what matters. And I just kind of wanted to share like where I am, what I've been through back here. You know, days have been better than they have worse since being home. I'm not going to lie. God truly did make a way. And now I'm going back. And so there are some things that make me nervous about going back, but I know that that's what I'm supposed to be doing. And in this crazy kind of way, it's working itself out, you know? So just lean not to your own understanding, but, you know, lean on faith. Take that step. So let's get back into this makeup look. As y'all can see, I'm just about complete. I'm going to leave all the items that I used down in the description box for you all because I just wasn't able to talk you guys through this look. But let me try to catch you up. What did I do? I told y'all about the concealer. I went in, I blended everything out. I went in with the liquid blush by Ruby Kisses. I set the face in the Ruby Kisses matte finish because that's the finish I like for my look to be mattified. I went in, I used the Ruby Kisses pressed powders to set all of that contour and that liquid highlight in place. After that, I went in to define my features using the Laura Mercier loose powder in the shade Translucent Honey to define my features. And now I'm going in. This looks like I'm highlighting my face. Yeah, so I'm going to do another one of these so you guys can really, I'm going to give you a step-by-step on how I do my glam. This is a unit that I made a couple of weeks ago. This hair is super cute. I absolutely love it. It gives me my Mary J. Blige vibe, y'all. And get into that face. Get into that face. Yes, face. So as you guys can see, I've grown a lot in my glam. Super proud of my progress. Not yet where I want to be, but super proud of how far we've come. And, you know, I just wanted to update y'all. Like I told y'all, I'm doing weekly vlogs. We're still packing. Okay, I'm still in the process of packing. Yeah, and I'll probably insert another video of me packing throughout the week and just like close out everything for this week. So this was me. I hung out with some of my friends this weekend. We had an amazing time. So yeah, keep going, keep growing through, keep believing in yourself, y'all. I'm in my glow up season. Like, I'm not stepping out the house without my makeup done. I'm not going nowhere without a wig on. Like, I'm truly, truly in my me season. Like, and it feels so good. I want to feel beautiful. I want to look beautiful. I want to be around beautiful things. Like, this is where I'm at. I'm happy to be here. It was a long way coming, but I'm grateful to God. Listen, keep going, keep growing through, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Touched by TyHairCo out. Bye.